Hey, what's up, Dennis? Quick demo video for you for your, this is the Empress Regnant by SP Sabers and Phoenix Props. I was going to wait till the morning to do this, but I was sitting on the couch and it was just bugging me that I wasn't getting it out to you. So I just wanted to get it over to you tonight. So hopefully I can get it out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right. We installed this with Proffie. I did weather it up a bit more like you asked me to. Heat Bluing was by Sean over at SP Sabers. It looks really nice. It's got CC Sabers LEDs in there for your main pixels on both of them. They're two identical installs. They are hooked up to the hinge right now, and then you just hit this button to release it, and they go back, and they have two magnets right here that attach to each other, and that's how they stay like this. These are 2-button setups. So what you'll find is up top here, that's your activation button. And then down here, that's your auxiliary, and that's going to be the same on both. How you get to the chassis, we're just going to flip it open like this. We'll do one side at a time. Now it does matter what top goes to what handle, all right? So if you're going to unscrew this one over here to get to the chassis, you need to make sure to screw it back to this handle. If you do it wrong, you'll notice that the magnets don't line up, right? So we'll just grab the handle right here, and then it untwists. It's going to untwist right above this pill section. You can see that right there. Everything in here is extremely tight. Comes out just like that. I made this extremely tight, for a couple reasons. One, I do that anyway, but for two, this staff, everybody's going to want to take it and flip it out. And so I wanted it to be able to withstand that impact, and I wanted the hilt to take all of that force and not the chassis flying back and forth inside the handle because it might snap. So that's what I did there. Here's your chassis. It says Empress Regnant over here in Ancient Sith, and then it says Solo Sabers over here for me. Just a little bit of something on the bottom here. These both have 24mm Smuggler's Outpost speakers in them. There is a Smuggler's Outpost emblem right in here. You'll see that when you get it in person. And then when you look in there, you've got access to your SD card and your micro USB. So you can do everything with this chassis right here. You don't ever have to take it out. And then this butts up against the coupling that's in there, so everything locks in place. It's just a flat stop. Your 2 chassis retention screws, you've got that big one right here, and then you've got another one on the other side right here. Both of those big guys, that's what hold the chassis in. And then the chassis is a extremely tight press fit down into the upper part of the shell. So everything is super tight on this guy. Spring sides are negative, so we're going to throw a battery in this one. We'll lock it in, and then we'll throw a battery in the other one.
I know what I have to do.
So we've got that one going. We'll put it in the Saber. It is tight, so just kind of wiggle it back and forth. It'll go. And we'll screw that down. And we've got that one in place. We'll come over here and we'll do the same thing to this guy. This thing is a beast. Very hard to try to demo, but we'll get through it. Exact same setup, right? Your speaker, spring side, easy access to your micro USB, or your micro USB and your SD card. Everything's exactly the same. So we'll throw a battery in this guy too.
What could you give me? Everything.
So we'll wiggle that on and we'll screw that in too. So now that we've got these locked in, I'm going to fold this up for a second and show you the motion controls work on both of them. So your LEDs are firing up nice. Nice shine through your windows. These are extremely loud for 24mm speakers. Even if I just did one, we just got that one on. That sucker's loud. So we turn that off. Do this one. Loud, right? I forgot which side I did. Just like that. I'm getting confused on which side is which. But yeah, the top buttons are your activation. Then down here, auxiliary. Turn it off like that. These guys take 1-inch diameter NeoPixel blades. So I've got a short guy and I've got a long one. So we'll slap those in here real quick so you can see everything's firing up. My short one fit in there really well, but my big one I had to sand it a little bit before this demo to make sure that it fit in. So you might find yourself having to do some sanding, no big deal. Each of these emitters have 2 blade retention screws. So you got the 2 on this side, you can see, and then exactly the same over here. 1 here and 1 here. Now on this big blade, I'm not going to use the retention screws because it's such a tight fit. But we'll fire them up. Just like that. Now, of course, I don't have enough room sitting here in my office to flick this thing open. So we're going to cut to this short clip of me standing in my garage in my PJs and firing this thing up, all right? There you go. So it will fire both on. You can flip this guy out, no problem. Bring it back in. We'll do our soundtracks. We'll do one first, and then we'll do the other. So that one's firing off good. This is the other one. That one's working good. We'll go to the next sound font for each.
Wherever you are hard to find. Wherever you are hard to find.
Blade lock up. Do it again. I got all the sound fonts on here that you sent me, and then the last one that you sent me, I think that one was from Kyberphonic. It had a Kylo and a Rey version, so they're both on here as well.
You had to get rid of. You had to get rid of.
I did give you red unstable blades for all of these, but each sound font is a different kind of unstable. Now we're into the stock fonts. And I left those on there. So they'll just do their regular thing. Just like that. So we'll take these blades out. And just go through taking the batteries out real quick. Super easy to do. I just like to do it one time on camera so you know exactly what's going on. Alright, so we'll loosen these guys up. While I've got these blades out, we'll go ahead and throw your blade plugs in, because those are super cool. And then also it's an opportunity for me not to forget them. So these are super cool plugs. Just acrylic on the bottom so you don't have to worry about the metal touching the pins. And then these look super cool. We'll slide these in and lock them down. And we'll fire these up one time while they're in there so you can see them go. Nice shine through. My PCB holder is actually part of my chassis. So there's plenty of blade depth. It's all the blade depth that this saber provides. And these blade plugs actually go down inside if you want them to. I just have them sitting flush and locked in place. So everything is good to go there. And then we'll bring this back out into the staff. and we'll take these batteries out. Slide that guy right out, and then come over here from the positive side that's up here in the back, and you can pop it out just like that. And we'll just throw this back in. Very cool saber. I actually own one of these too, but I only have one side installed, so it was nice to see, or it was nice to play around with the full install. And believe me, I was walking around the house flipping this open a lot, and so it's good to go. Annoying everybody in my house with it. But I took those two batteries out, press that button, lock it down, and she's good to go. So yeah, that's basically your saber. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, we'll try to get this out to you in the mail tomorrow. All right, thanks, man.